Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Sánchez Gómez talking to you from my home, and this is a very unusual back to school. Students call me Profe Sánchez Gómez. Actually, Profe in Spanish means it's short for profesora, so they just call me Profe or Profe Sánchez. And I'm originally from Spain, from Madrid, but I've lived in this country for many years, and this is actually my 21st year at BBNN, starting my 21st year, and now I have a son who is a sophomore at the school. I'm gonna try to be really brief because you probably have like so many videos to watch, and I'm just gonna be going straight to the point. So first, I want to talk to you about a little bit about learning a language, and I just want to say that learning a language in a school is not easy, and it requires a lot of commitment and a lot of time. And learning a language, it should be something natural that we learn by listening to it first and then speaking it. It's the same process that we use when learning or first language or mother tongue. So in a school setting, it's a lot more difficult. Um, Everybody, every student, every kid can learn a language or any language. It's nothing to do with having a talent. It has to do more with how much expositions have you had in the language, or for how long they have been studying the language, and of course how motivated they are to actually learn the language. Are they really motivated to know how to speak the language and to learn about the culture, or they just wanna, it's just not a priority, it's just one more class they are taking in high school. Fortunately, today they live in a time when they are surrounded by people who they could practice Spanish. There are so many Spanish speakers around, so if they want to, that will be the natural course to go. Just to speak with anybody that you get in contact with, and of course, listening to Spanish is so easy. They can go into Spotify, listening to music. Tons of really good shows in Netflix, fun way to, um, learn, have a better understanding of the culture, of the listening skills, acquiring new vocabulary. So there are many fun ways to learn and to refine a language, but it does require a lot of time and it does require a lot of commitment. Um, the course objective, usually in my classes and in this particular one, I emphasize um, Spanish to be used for formal and informal oral communication, for students to understand native speakers in any situation. And the way we work is we work with big topics, and within each topic, students immerse themselves through current events, through music, through TV shows, news, interviews, documentaries, literature, articles. And so I try to make it as authentic as possible for them. And we only speak Spanish in the class, both the students and myself. And then we also work with a lot of projects, because I believe that when the students are in charge of their own learning, and they can engage and get interested in the learning process, and they take ownership of the learning. So we, for every topic, we usually have a project where um, these projects are student driven, and they usually have a provoking question or a challenge that they have to solve, and it's very hands on. Oftentimes they last at least about to 4 weeks, and it's a very rewarding and meaningful experience for the students. It's a very rewarding way to learn, and they have to use their communication skills at all times, and this empowers them to use their Spanish beyond the classroom. I'm gonna share with you, all my classes are in Google Classroom. We don't have textbooks. Everything has been online for many years now. So it was, for me, it was very easy to go to remote classes in the spring, because all my materials and everything we do is already online. So I'll be sharing with you our Google Classroom this year. Okay, so here you can see the main page of the Google Classroom for the G Block. The E Block has its own Google Classroom, but it's actually the same material. Here is the classwork where students get all the materials they need and links, and also they can drop off their homework. For instance, you can see here that they turn it in and I get to grade it, and they get all the links that they need. So if you see the topics, we have a topic for music. We'll do a lot of different genre, and we use this application, lyrics.com, where we can do karaoke, and they can do many different games filling up the lyrics. Then we do current events. We just did white privilege, and so they have to watch a video, and then we have a big discussion about what they saw. We're doing now the one about COVID-19, and there's also another video. All this is authentic media. Our first main topic podcast will be coming up, but our first main topic was what it means to be bilingual in any language and all the benefits. And we are just finishing up our second main topic, which was the summer reading. It was some short stories by a famous woman writer from Chile. Her name is Isabel Allende. We read a couple of analyzed a couple of her stories. They saw multiple, like this is a video about that is related to one of the topics about the coup d'etat in Chile in 1973, and we also just listened to a podcast. This podcast was recorded. It's a series of podcasts that is very famous in Mexico, and they interview Isabel Allende in March, and it's very interesting. The students can just reach the podcast through the link that is in Spotify. So now they are working on doing, there's an exam where they have to analyze the story that we haven't covered in class on their own. So that will be coming up on Monday, and then they have the first oral exam also sometime next week or in a couple of weeks. And so yeah, everything they need is here. And now I'm just gonna share with you some of the a couple of videos where you can see the kids in school. This was today on Thursday. This first one is E-Block. The issue with the block is that half of the kids are juniors and half of the kids are seniors, so they can never be together. And so when I'm teaching in the wrestling room with the juniors, the seniors have to be remote from the main building and vice versa. So when the weather is nice, I've been bringing, having class outside so they can interact with each other and we can have discussions outside. And here is the video. So there are many challenges with the hybrid system. Mainly for me, the mixing of the grades, that having classes that are mixed and actually not being able to have them together. But still worth the time. This is I'm going to show you the video of the G block. It's really worth it for the kids to be in a school a couple of times a week, and we just have to be flexible and do our best and just go with the flow. And it's really good that they can get to be together, and the teachers can get to be with them a couple of times a week. And this is G block. Um, so usually my classroom with the juniors is in the wrestling room, and it's a pretty good space. This will be all for now. If you need to get a hold of me or you have any questions, please send me an email. And in the meantime, I hope you and your families stay safe and well, and I wish you all the best. See you soon.